whipping you're talking about. Jacksonville.
Try this again. Final answer, Jacksonville?
Yeah, Jacksonville.
Final answer. Okay. And one last thing on Miami, Buffalo. Conditions there, very windy, and Damon Heward, 3-0 as the starter. What do you expect, Craig?
Heward will experience something he's never seen before. A lot of wind will hurt his passes.
For those of you scheduled to see a 4 o'clock game here on CBS, we'll be back in just a moment. But for most of you, it's game time on the NFL Today. We'll be here to bring you updates as well as scores and highlights on the NASDAQ Halftime Report. For Craig, Randy, and Jerry, and Marcus Allen as well, I'm Jim Nance. Enjoy the games right here on CBS.
Raymond James Stadium, Tampa, Florida, on a gorgeous day with a capacity crowd as the 5-3 Chiefs take on the 4-4 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. A pleasant good afternoon, everyone. With Sam Weich, Kevin Harlan. We talked with Buccaneer coach Tony Dungy last night. Sam, he told us he thinks this season hinges on today's outcome. What do you think?
Well, spoken like a head coach to speak. I think that 9-7 is going to win this division, so this one isn't critical, but it is an important game. He's got 5 of his last 8 at home, all of 3 of his division opponents here, and in Chicago is his final game.
The Chiefs have been great at home, yet they had staggered on the road. Why?
That crowd noise at Arrowhead, it makes it tough for opposing offenses to come in there. A win today, though, keeps them at least 1 behind Seattle, and they got Seattle next week. They got 4 more at home, and the important thing, though, there is in the AFC West, I think they have to go 10-6 to win it.
The Chiefs and Bucks next on CBS.
Who will be named the Sportsman of the Century? Sports Illustrated's 20th Century Sports Award, coming to CBS.
Take a good look at New York. It might be your last CBS Tonight.
What would it be worth to wake up in a great mood?
I'm in a great mood!
Because you had a good night's sleep.
I slept like a baby!
In a nice, comfortable room.
What a room, yeah!
How about 10% off?
Hey, I like that 10%!
With Super 8's VIP card, it's yours, guaranteed.
VIP, that's me!
At over 1,800 locations. Clean, friendly Super 8.
Clean, friendly, yeah!
Super 8, all the room you want.
Yeah!
Welcome back to NFL Sunday Ticket. I'm Scott Lasky. Fans, if you're prone to screaming for penalties through your TV set, may we suggest a more productive way to demonstrate your officiating skills? Take the Men in Black and White quiz at our website, NFLSundayTicket.com. Make the correct call, and you could win an official NFL team helmet. 19 teams are in first place or within 2 games of the lead as we roll into the second half of the season. In an interconference tilt, the Chiefs, who are just 1 game back in the AFC West, face the Buccaneers as they trail by 2 in the NFC Central. The NFC West leading Rams QB Kurt Warner, with at least 3 TD passes in 7 contests this season, welcomes the Panthers to St. Louis. The Dolphins at 7-1 atop the AFC East and tied for the NFL's best record are up in Buffalo to avenge their only loss to Flutie and the Bills. And later today, the 6-2 Detroit Lions, the current front runners in the NFC's black and blue division, face the Cardinals in Arizona. Well, is the pace of NFL football Sundays leaving you gasping? Then tune to NFL Sunday Snap to quench your thirst for real-time scores, stats, and breaking news. Also remember to log on to NFLSundayTicket.com or email me at slasky@NFL.com and let us know what you think has been the most interesting story of the NFL season. The teams are ready, so let's kick off Week 10 here on NFL Sunday Ticket. Enjoy.
CBS Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Defense wins championships. For Tampa Bay and Kansas City, their best offense is the defense.
It's knocked away, it's fumbled, picked up by Kansas City. Touchdown, Reggie Tongue.
Warren Sapp leads the hard-hitting Buccaneers D. While Derek Thomas ignites the Chiefs, 2 maligned quarterbacks look for a midseason turnaround. Next. The Buccaneers coming off a win. The Chiefs and Tampa Bay coming up next.
Finally, a polished brass finish that holds up under siege. Brilliance for the kitchen. From Delta, it's guaranteed to shine for life. Delta, the faucet.
Dream big. Win big. Enter to win the ultimate kitchen or bath makeover at www.deltafaucet.com/dreams.
Winter driving can be a bit unsettling. Though right now at Sears, you'll find all Goodyear tires on sale. Like our new all-season tire, the Goodyear Weather Handler LS. We're rolling them out with savings of $16 to $28 when you buy 4. That's a relief. All Goodyear tires on sale. Sears, the good life at a great price. Guaranteed. A spectacular day for football here in Florida with Sam White. Kevin Harlan, the new Kansas City Chief, is Scott Bentley, who the Chiefs plucked out of a Denver mall selling Cokes. And here he is. He was cut in training camp by Atlanta, was with Tampa Bay shortly in the spring, and he'll take the place of Pete Stoyanovich on kickoffs alone.
Remind me not to have you introduce me at a banquet, okay?
Just telling you where he was as you take a look at Yo Murphy, who's deep back inside the goal line. It's the Chiefs and Buccaneers. Big game for both, and here we go. And this will be retrieved at the 7-yard line by Yo Murphy. Was with the Vikings and let go, and he staggers his way near the 25. Whether he's brought down on the play by Tongue. Trent Dilfer is the 20th rated quarterback in the NFL coming into this week.
Has had a lot of criticism. Had 3 touchdown passes, no interceptions last week. He hears the boos here at his home stadium. They're not happy with the way he plays. If he starts out fast, and in the first half, he's got a much higher rating. He's about a 95% quarterback rating in the first half. That's what he needs to keep going here early for the Tampa Bay Bucs.
From the 26-yard line, first down and 10 yards to go. Chiefs with that 43 look. And the handoff right off the bat to Dunn. Got a block from Middleton and works his way up to the 34-yard line before he is brought down by Tongue. It's a gain of 9. Setting up second down and 1. The Buccaneer offense 23rd in the NFL. The veteran Gruber, Diaz, the Pro Bowler Mayberry, Middleton, and Jerry Wunsch is 6'6" and 340 pounds. Dunn just carried. Allstott's been to the Pro Bowl 3 times. Jaquez Green and Riedel Anthony are the receivers, and the tight end is Dave Moore. Number 5 in the run, number 27 in the pass. Second down and 1 from the 35. And it's Allstott, a sledgehammer with a huge hole. He fumbles the ball, got it himself, and then it's picked up by the Chiefs. And down the sideline with the ball is Woods. He had it, he lost it, Woods got it, and goes the other way. And the first turnover for the game for the Chiefs in the giveaway takeaway. They are number 1 in the NFL.
Straight through after a big block by Frank Middleton. In the strip right here. This is why Kansas City has so many turnovers. They lead the National Football League at +14. The ball pops loose. Jerome Woods has got it on the fly. And then it's a foot race down the sideline by Jerome Woods. Dave Moore saves the touchdown.
So an Allstott fumble. It's at the 30 of Tampa Bay, and it's first and 10. Gerbach with the handoff for Sean Sheehy. Breaking outside. He gets by Kelly. Breaks a tackle of Brooks. Takes it inside the 15. He's knocked out of bounds near the Tampa Bay 11 on a gain of 18 on first and 10. So Elvis Gerbach, the quarterback, number 7th rated in the National Football League. The last 3 weeks he's been spectacular with 5 touchdowns and not a single interception.
Going into this ball game, he's been one of those guys that gets injured a lot. Part of the key was to stay healthy. Knocked out a little bit last week, but he was injured 97 and 98. When he's healthy, they're a different team.
First down and 10 from the 11. Alexander on the move. Good time for Gerbach. He throws low, an uncatchable pass to the tight end, Tony Gonzalez. He is the leading receiver. And now the Kansas City offense coming in 15th in the NFL today. Parker, Zott, Brunhard making his 105th consecutive start. Shields and second-year tackle Victor Riley. Sheehy and Richardson in the backfield. Risen starting with Alexander, and Tony Gonzalez is the tight end. Kansas City, the 7th best running team in the NFL. second down and 10. The handoff to the shifty Sheehy, tackled by Lynch at the 4-yard line. Sheehy has missed the last 2 games due to a hip injury. It's a gain of 7. The Tampa defense is the 5th-rated defense in the NFL. The great Chidi Ahanotu and Sapp on that line, dotted by Culpepper and White. Linebackers Quarles, Nickerson, and Derek Brooks has been to consecutive Pro Bowls. Abraham and Barber are the cornerbacks, and Robinson and Lynch, the hard-hitting John Lynch, are the safeties. Lynch should be in the Pro Bowl. Third down, long 2. It's Donnell Bennett trying to dive across the middle and gets near the 2-yard line, shy of the first down. Bennett is the leading rusher, and it's coming off a 23-yard touchdown run last week against the Colts. Lynch was in there plugging it up the middle. As Gunther Cunningham has decided that he will try to go for 3, and here comes Pete Stoyanovich, so Tampa Bay does their job on defense.
Well, they kicked Kansas City kicks off. They're going to get a chance to get the ball back quick and get 3 points. On the road, you take the sure points. Tampa Bay is so strong defensively, they're going to keep everybody around the ball. We mentioned John Lynch. He'll be the main guy. He's the 8th man, the one you can't block around the ball. Take the 3 points here is the right decision.
20-yard field goal try, the hold by Pope. And the kick is good, and Kansas City cashes in somewhat on the fumble by Allstott. A 20-yard field goal, and Cunningham's Chiefs up 3-0.
Been thinking about a ski trip?
Okay, kids, run and get it!
Call Southwest. We've got low fares to over 22 exciting ski resorts.
Come on, Dad.
Ski free next season. Use your Visa card to purchase travel on Southwest Airlines, and you'll be automatically registered to win free ski vacations for you and a companion, including $5,000 of Visa traveler's checks to be used towards lift tickets. Get the details online at www.southwest.com.
You are now free to move about the country.
Hello? Server? Got it.
Total participation, and this means everyone, all working to make sure you get the absolute best experience possible.
Mr. Server, you're all set.
Introducing 5-Star, a new approach to selling and servicing cars and trucks. It's better. We'll prove it. Only where you see these signs.
No, it's too red. Too dark. It's gonna be perfect.
You can get enough orange and blue to last a season at Lucas Paints in Denver, but bring your Visa card, because they don't take American Express. Visa, it's everywhere NFL fans want to be.
Hey, New York, start leaving today. If you can make it out of here, you can make it out of anywhere.
We should have taken the bus.
Aftershock, CBS tonight.
A great scenic of downtown Tampa, the MetLife Blimp Snoopy 1 cruising the skies of Florida today to provide an aerial coverage of today's game. The blimp typically cruises at a speed of 35 miles an hour at an altitude of 1,200 feet. A lot of fog in the Tampa area this morning. Here's the ensuing kickoff by Bentley after the Stoyanovich 20-yard field goal. Yo Murphy again getting outside, finding a gap. Dexter Jackson with the block, and he nudges his way to the 31-yard line before he is tackled by Eric Warfield. The only thing we haven't talked about is the Kansas City defense that's come up with the biggest play of the game. They're 11th ranked in the NFL. Hicks, McLaughlin, Tom Bart, Dan Williams. Linebackers, they've added Patton, and they've shifted Thomas outside and Edwards outside. Edwards led the team in tackles a year ago in the middle. The corners, Dishman and Hasty. Hasty a great one. Woods and Tongue are the safeties. Both came in the league, those safeties, in 1996. From the 31, first and 10 with Dunn in motion. Dilfer right to work, outside for Dunn. Jousting out there with Dishman. Stiff arms his way up to the 35-yard line and picks up 4. 33-year-old Chris Dishman was there.
Kevin, you know, in low-scoring games, which this one should be, two defensive teams, here are the keys to it. Turnovers. We've already had one to show them up 3 points. First down results. Can't leave yourself in second and long very many times, or they'll be coming at you. Play action is important, especially on a first down play. Quarterback hits, and of course, special teams field position. But when I mean quarterback hits, you don't have to sack him. Every time he gets hit, he's effective.
Second down, 6 from the 35. It's done again. Getting a block from Allstott. Breaking a tackle of Thomas. Running outside. Then Marcus Patton got him from behind. Jumping on his legs at the 44. It's a gain of 9, and it's a Tampa Bay first down.
Tampa Bay has a lot of 10-yard runs or more, as many as anybody in the league. Now watch, he's going to come in here, and the bounce is well outside, but watch the blocks. Watch every one of the offensive linemen stay on their blocks. You see number 40, Allstott making just a clean hit, not really a knockdown. Warwick Dunn is so quick. He's one of those guys that can stop and start. You know, some guys are just weavers when they run. Quick changes direction.
Double tight ends, 1st and 10 from the 44. Allstott is out. That means Dunn's by himself. Great penetration by Chester McLaughlin, the 4-time Pro Bowler, and he throws it for a loss of 2 on the play.
It's straight up the field. Penetration is what stops a trap blocking or pure pass protection. If you get straight up, Chester McLaughlin, now one of the biggest defensive linemen at 328, 330 pounds, just shot the gap before Tony Mayberry could turn back on him.
Missed a lot of last year, Sam, after he signed the gigantic contract with the bad back, but they say this year he's playing better than ever.
Well, you know, I think sometimes when you miss, you realize what you're missing. Sometimes when you're in there all the time, you don't realize how good it is.
Second down, 12 from the 44. Allstott is back in. Here comes Dunn, and Donnie Edwards grabs him and brings him down for literally no gain on the play. They're playing Edwards outside this year at the outside linebacker.
Edwards is one of their leaders, and what they want to do is contain Dunn, just like Donnie Edwards did right there. Warwick Dunn tries to make too many big plays. Tony Dungy told us yesterday, he said, just relax. Don't try to make 20 and 30-yard gains every time. Take what the defense gives you. You'll break those long ones. The problem with trying to make too many big runs, you spend all your time juking in the backfield, and you get a lot of losses as well.
Wasting a lot of time. Third down and 12 from the 42. Good time. Dilfer deep down the sideline, looking for Jaquez Green. It's incomplete, covered by a kid that they love, Eric Warfield, number 44. And there's Green, who's become the go-to receiver, and Warfield out of Nebraska, a 7th-round pick, was stride for stride with the speedster. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers fumbled on their first possession. They'll have to punt on their second.
Yeah, but I think we just saw 2 of the future stars of the NFL in Warfield and Jaquez Green. Both of them a lot of speed.
The punt by the veteran Royals, and Tamar Ben over his back after missing the last couple of weeks. It's inside the 5, then ricochets in the end zone. A touchback, and Kansas City will take it at the 20-yard line. Flag down on the play after that 58-yard punt. Ron Winter is our referee here in humid Tampa today. But nonetheless beautiful. In this stadium, which is only a couple years old, but still just catches your eye with all of its intricacies inside, and another capacity crowd here, and it's kind of gone at the same time as the Bucs rise, and this was a penalty against the Chiefs on the special teams.
Well, the question is, was it before or after the kick? It's after the kick, of course. It's just marked off from the 20-yard line since it went in the end zone.
Royals just booted a season-long 58-yard punt.
Defense, 12 men on the field at the snap. A 5-yard penalty. Repeat, 4th down.
They'll do it again.
Yeah, well, obviously before the kick, they had too many guys out there. What they want to do, of course, is give Royals a chance to pin Kansas City back. They don't want that 50-plus yard kick this time. They'd like to put it inside the 20. Solid kicker, just kick it away from that receiver.
Buffalo's second-year linebacker Sam Coward is carrying on the Bills' linebacking tradition. See the key to his Pro Bowl type year only on NFL.com.
We expected to see today a good defensive battle, probably a low-scoring game, a lot of play action to throw the football, out-of-pocket stuff, and 3-step drops. We'll see how it goes.
Royals gets this higher. Vanover will let it bounce, and it lands at the 1, and again kicks into the end zone for another touchback. That went for 53 yards. So the Buccaneers have fumbled. Kansas City got 3 out of it, and the Chiefs on top, 3-0 early in the game.
People are beginning to think of the automobile not just as a family vehicle, but as a personal and individual means of transportation.
The throb of a powerful engine. Now for a moment, imagine yourself as driver of this automobile. You really have to drive it. At the Chrysler Proving Ground, give them an expressway, and their drivers are...
I think we've made the scenic back roads fun to drive.
Or give them any country or suburban road, rough or smooth. They're the type of people who like the feel of a flying machine.
Love to drive.
The renowned engineers of Chrysler. A minimum of ornamentation and a minimum of chrome molding. He's a regular firecracker. The sounds of nature sing their prettiest over the rich, throaty obligato of his engine.
Even sheet metal can have a soul.
And they give you back the romance of driving.
And that is why these will never land on an ordinary car.
And you find out what exceptional unity of man and machine has been achieved.
Give me a hand. Give me a hand. Come on. Drop the chalupa. Drop it. Drop the chalupa.
Yeah, drop the chalupa.
The new Taco Bell chalupa is so good, people won't put it down. With a shell so crispy and flaky on the outside, yet soft and chewy on the inside, you'll wonder why we put stuff in it at all. Grab one now for just 99 cents.
Move. Mine. They're back. 4 new Chihuahuas are looking for love. Get yours now at Taco Bell.
Our days are pretty busy, so when we decided to get a wireless phone, we went to Circuit City.
We asked about digital, analog, PCS, calling areas, and rate plans.
They answered all of our questions, helped us find this great phone and the perfect rate plan for us.
Right now, you'll get a $40 Circuit City gift card free with any wireless phone purchase. And you'll get a free 900 megahertz cordless phone when you buy select Nokia phones, a $30 value. Let Circuit City clear the air on wireless phones today.
After the Buccaneer punt, Kansas City takes over at the 20-yard line, first down and 10. They're back right to work with time. Good block by Shields and a pass caught by Derek Alexander. He gets 6, nudging his way to the 26-yard line. He leads the NFL in yards per catch this season. Tonight on CBS, when New York is devastated by a massive earthquake, millions of people leading separate lives must come together in order to survive. Don't miss Aftershock, the world premiere miniseries, tonight on CBS. Second down, 4. It's Sheehy slithering his way near a first down, a gain of 3, about a yard shy, and Nickerson brings him down.
John Lynch told us yesterday that most teams are coming out and playing the defense of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers by spreading everybody out. You see how wide everybody is? It keeps these 2 safeties back. They can't be the 8th man in the box. When John Lynch comes up there, he's like another linebacker.
3rd and 1. Bennett is in. The handoff to Richardson. And he tries to plow his way ahead. Appears to be close to a first down. Richardson was plucked off the Dallas practice squad back in '94 and really made his mark, Sam, when he was blocking for Marcus Allen when he played for the Chiefs beginning in '95. In fact, Marcus scored 17 of his last 25 touchdowns with this guy as the lead blocker in short yardage.
And that's how Marcus, of course, gets to be the big-time leader in not only just short yardage, but in touchdowns, scoring down around the goal line when everybody's tight. Everyone is in there real close. Tony Dungy told his team in the preseason, "Men, you're good, but you ought to be perfect." He kind of nailed it. The guys said they really felt like they could be perfect, and they are one of the strongest defenses playing. They're going to need that blocker.
Richardson carves out the first down, so it's 1st and 10. Ball knocked away, and it's loose and recovered by Warren Sapp and the Buccaneers. That is only Kansas City's 3rd fumble all season.
The key to this is Elvis Gerbach's arm going forward. The motion is, his arm is actually in motion. Is a judgment call by the official. This one could very easily be replayed. Warren Sapp got the hand up there. And what is happening in today's football after a memo from the National Football League officials is teams wait until the other team comes to the line of scrimmage, waits as long as they can so that the replays can come up. They got a nice memo because last week, the New Orleans Saints and Tampa Bay were playing. There was a commercial shot on a disputed play, and 90 seconds passed. That's all you have.
Kansas City is challenging the ruling on the play. It's a fumble.
Now 90 seconds from the time Ron Winter steps underneath that hood. He's got 96 seconds to make the decision. He'll be looking at these kinds of replays right here, the same thing we're looking at. You see Sapp coming from the right side. Is his arm going forward? I think there's a question there. It's a judgment call, but it's right in the gray area. It'll be a judgment of the official.
Upstairs, the NFL, there are 4 members in their private booth, and they're looking at this. They'll put this on a screen on the field for the referee, Ron Winter. Like Sam said, 90 seconds with which to work to decipher this particular play, and if it was indeed a fumble. If Kansas City loses the challenge, they also lose a timeout.
His arm is clearly in the passing motion. No question about that, but is it coming forward? And that's the judgment Ron Winter is going to have to make.
If you were Cunningham, would you challenge it?
Absolutely, you challenge that. Anything big like that early in the ball game, challenge it. It can turn the whole ball game around. We've already had one turnover, crediting Kansas City 3 points out of it. This one leaves.
I don't know. His hand may have followed through, but it looked like it was stationary and cocked, and that when it was knocked back by Sapp, that's when it went free.
Well, that's true, but I think you got a 50-50 chance of this one being reversed. About 30% of the appeals this year have been reversed already. We got all the conversation that very few mistakes are made. Well, in fact, actually, the replay is proving that there are, of those appeals, about 1 in 3 were mistakes. And there are a lot of them that have been argued that even the replay wasn't without a mistake.
What we cannot tell you is when they began to show Ron Winters the pictures inside that mechanism he's looking through right there, and here he comes. He's made his decision, and he is judge and jury on this. No one can aid.
Absolutely. Even though he made the call.
Exactly.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. The play was a fumble. First down.
I think his hand had stopped. It was cocked, but the follow-through had not started. We're going to look at it one more time. And you be the judge and jury.
Yeah, the argument is the motion's clearly started. All right, there's the motion. Was it coming forward?
It's close. It's very close.
If you're Kansas City, you'll argue all day it was. I'll say this, though. Just because Ron Winter is judge and jury and he made the call that it was a fumble is irrelevant. I don't think they want to miss one out there. They want to get it right. That's what the replay's all about.
Although they missed one last week in New Orleans. From the 21-yard line, 1st and 10 with the Kansas City fumble by Gerbach. Play action by Dilfer. Great time. Here comes Hicks. He evades Hicks. He's being chased, and out of bounds he goes. He travels for a meager 2 yards on the play, setting up 2nd down and 8 yards to go. Patton finally ushered him out of bounds.
Trent Dilfer told us yesterday we're going to see a lot of play action on 1st down. Play action does one thing. It holds the linebackers from dropping into their normal position. They've got to honor the run for a moment. Trent Dilfer on that one, though, did the smart thing. Don't try to make a play down here. You've got 3 points in your hip pocket. Tie the score. If it's not there, get out of bounds. Try again on 2nd down.
2 tight ends. Hape in the backfield. 2nd down and 8 from the Kansas City 19. Allstott with the block from Hape, and then wrapped up right off the bat down the middle. Tom Barnes, 71, got him. Bart has flip-flopped his entire career at Pitt and with the Chiefs offense and defense, but a great success story. Began on the practice squad. Now he starts on the defensive line.
Very effective, especially against the run. The offensive line of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, frankly, had no movement that time. Paul Gruber, who was with me when I was here coaching, a terrific player at that time, really looks like he's slipping a little bit to me. George Diaz got no movement at all. As soon as the ball was handed off to Mike Allstott, he was hit.
Allstott loses a yard, so it's 3rd down and 9 from the Kansas City 20 after the Gerbach fumble. Good block by Gruber. Here comes the pressure. He throws in the end zone. The coverage and an interception by Hasty. His 5th of the year. He's 3rd in the NFL in kickoffs. And it's the 2nd turnover by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers today. Hasty with the theft.
James Hasty just has tight coverage. Trent Dilfer made the mistake on this one that he didn't make on 1st down. He got antsy and tried to force one in. Protection's fairly good. Now it starts to break down. He steps forward, which is the correct thing to do, but instead of setting himself and getting a good view, he let it go early. James Hasty's in better position than the receiver, Rydell Anthony.
Timeout.
Sorry. Not enough. No, still short.
For
with a great taste that will fill you up and never let you down.
Paper or plastic? Paper.
Make it a Bud Light.
Guys, need a receipt.
Excuse me, sir. Forgot your receipt.
Checkout lines. Who needs them? This is the future of e-business.
Have a nice day.
As you might expect, Keller and I don't see eye to eye on investing. I like to avoid risk. Keller's a little more daring. We do, however, share the same new way to trade online.
Introducing Power Street by Fidelity, the first site with trading tools customized by Lycos to fit your life, your goals, your unique way of doing things.
Look, the market's up. Or, in your case, down.
Power Street Online Trading. Call or visit Fidelity.com to open an account.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines, proud sponsor of the NFL and official airline of the Super Bowl. Bud Light, and by Chrysler.
Great day in Florida. Kansas City just picked off Dilfer.
That is 10 straight games for Kansas City that they've created 2 turnovers or more. 10 straight. That's an incredible statistic.
Gerbach will change the plays. Pass is intercepted in the end zone, so it's back to the 20 with the 1st and 10. The handoff to Donnell Bennett. And he chugs his way ahead for a gain of 5, setting up 2nd down and 5. Tackle made by Singleton, the linebacker.
The second turnover today was the interception, a rushed pass. To watch. Trent Dilfer really is off balance. He gets bumped when he throws it, and he throws the ball underneath shortly. And the best guy to catch the ball was not the receiver, it was the defender.
Second down and 5. Kansas City leads on a 20-yard field goal after a Tampa fumble. It's Bennett again, wrapped up by John Lynch, number 47. A guy who at one time was a quarterback for the University of Stanford for Dennis Green. And interestingly enough, he was ahead in the quarterback rotation of Steve Stenstrom. Well, today, Steve Stenstrom, a former Chiefs quarterback, starts for San Francisco.
He actually grew up looking at quarterbacks. He didn't watch defensive backs. Those were his idols. Was a potential baseball player. I'll tell you a story. I actually kind of took a little bit of credit for trying to talk him into playing football over baseball when he first came in.
3rd down and 6 from the 24. The pitch out to Sheehy, Shields, pulls, and Riley pulls on the block, but he doesn't get the 1st down. They had Lynch over there once again with Brooks. It's a gain of 5 when they needed 6, and Kansas City has to punt.
Kansas City clearly doing a better job of running the ball when they spread everybody out. That takes John Lynch out of that, what we call the box, around the ball. He's no longer able to be the 8th man.
Buccaneers defense does a nice job.
They're a strong, that's what keeps them in ball games. They keep the scores low. In fact, both these teams, the lowest score they've ever played in, were against each other back in 1979 when the score was 3-0.
Rookie free agent Pope with the kick back. Jacquez Green doused at the 32. It's a punt of 37 yards, and he was thrown for a 1-yard loss. Big series for John Lynch. It's Kansas City over Tampa Bay.
You with the long face. Have a seat. Come in. I'm the 1-800-COLLECT advice guy. And you look like you could use some.
Yeah, I borrowed my dad's car. Me and my buddies drove up here for a little fun.
Go on.
Yeah, well, I didn't exactly ask if I could borrow it.
Give them a call. Use 1-800-COLLECT and save them $1 or $2. That way they'll forget about all the dumb stuff you've done.
Hey, should I tell them about the tattoo?
Depends where it is. Use 1-800-COLLECT. Save them $1 or $2. Terrell! There's a new chunky soup!
Ma?
Chunky beef with white and wild rice. It's loaded with 2 kinds of rice and big chunks of lean beef and veggies to fill you up right.
Looks good.
Mark, I got you chunky sirloin burger.
Mom, you're under the seat.
The overheads were full.
Campbell's Chunky Beef Soups.
They're loaded with beef.
It raises expectations about what a minivan can be, with features like a powerful V6 engine, dual sliding doors, 8-way power driver's seat, dual zone temperature temperature control, and an optional 10-speaker CD stereo system. Then, we added one more thing. Values up to $22.50 that make the Chrysler Town & Country unexpectedly affordable.
A basketball superstar is slapped with a paternity suit.
She set me up.
But this case takes a turn you won't believe.
You gotta be kidding.
Family Law, CBS Monday.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by 1-800-COLLECT and by Campbell's Chunky, soup that eats like a meal.
Kansas City just punted. The Tampa Bay Buccaneer defense on the sideline. They've been busy. Their offense has turned it over twice today. A Dilfer interception, an all-stock fumble. Now they have it from their 35. First down and 10. Double tight ends. And the Pro Bowler Allstock got a nice block from center Tony Mayberry and goes ahead 8 yards to the 43. Tackle made by Ty Parton. Coming into today again, Kansas City number 1 in the giveaway takeaway. Tampa Bay dead last in the NFL.
Well, they have increased their by minusing themselves by one more. They've had one takeaway, but they've given it away 2 more times, so they're team in minus 10. They're minus 11 right now. 31st in the National Football League. That's not good.
Second down, long one now from the 44. Allstott again, a block by Haight and Middleton. Nothing there. Kansas City's run defense today has been spectacular. Edwards, Woods, and Patton getting off the pile.
Well, you know, you keep mentioning defensive backs, linebackers, not just their defensive line, and that's because everybody's playing the run. They're all coming up quick. That makes for play action. We're going to see the play action several times in this ball game, meaning that you fake that run up the middle and you go deep. Not a short throw after the fake, but a deep throw down the field. Everybody's one-on-one.
Dunn came in and quickly left. Haight comes back in. The tight end, he'll be in the backfield with Allstott. It's third down and 2 from the Buccaneer 43.
Right guard moves. Middleton. Frank Middleton sure did. Trent Dilfer is trying to draw the defense off with a hard count. He pulled his own guy away.
Prior to the snap, ball start, number 73 of the offense, a 5-yard penalty, remains third down.
And Sam, now that changes the personnel you put in there. From 3rd and 2, it goes to 3rd and 7.
The play selection is completely different. Even though they may still run the football, now you're in a traditional passing situation. That was power back Mike Allstott, all written all over it, but it was 3rd and 1.
Third down and 7 yards to go from the 39.
And motion's helping him read the coverage. Here comes the blitz.
Dilfer in the shotgun. Woods on the blitz. That ricochets off the palms of Jaquez Green. Incomplete pass. Woods was covering. Flag has been thrown across the way at the 39.
And it looks like Sanford Rivers, the official, is saying it's going against Kansas City,
which will give the Buccaneers new life. Warfield and Woods were there with Green. Woods was on the blitz, and he was flying.
Offside. Number 26 of the defense lined up in the neutral zone. The 5-yard penalty. Repeat third down.
Unforgivable mistake. Chris Dishman in the bump and run, or the press defense, was in the neutral zone.
He is the most penalized Chief this year.
He gets the interceptions. He's got 6 going into this ball game, but he gets the penalties as well. Now we're back into that. Here comes Mike Allstott routine.
And it's 3rd and 2 with Hape as the lead blocker, and here's the handoff to Allstott. Oh, what a coach! What a hit by Woods. He drills Allstott, who's got to weigh 50 pounds more, and the Buccaneers can't carve anything out of that Kansas City front. That was as loud and as stunning a hit as we have seen.
And the blocking takes place on the right side, but here comes Woods. He is the first guy that's going to make contact right there. A little bit of a grab of the feet of Mike Allstott, but Woods, you're right. I bet you there's at least 50 pounds difference in weight.
The Kansas City defense holds, and here's the punt by Royals.
They're lined up in an illegal formation, but the officials are letting those tackles get away with it right now.
No flag thrown. Here comes Kamar Vanover, missing the last 2 games with a calf injury. And he is tripped up and taken down with the nice special teams play by Rondé Barber. A 37-yard punt, a 5-yard return. The Chiefs lead on a Stoyo field goal.
They pioneered Ethernet, and for the first time, computers could easily communicate with each other. Today, 3Com is making global impact across the full breadth of networking, connecting more computers in more companies in more ways than anyone. And at home, 3Com technology is the connection to the whole wide world. Where do you learn about the leaders who are making a difference? Exactly. NASDAQ, the stock market for a digital world.
Well, I think we're all in agreement here.
Right. And getting all our supplies at Staples will really save us a lot.
You guys that work on the boss's pet project to save the company money? Why? The old man's out of town for days. He has no idea what we're doing. In fact, I'm going to go play another 9 holes right now. What do you think about that?
Well, the Staples idea takes care of my pet project. And Harris, we'll discuss your ideas when I get back.
Staples saves you money on all your supplies. Want great low prices? Staples, plus free delivery.
As your engine revs higher, the oil inside creates a protective wedge that builds up and keeps engine parts separated. But as your oil's viscosity breaks down, so can the wedge. That's why there's Castrol GTX, the only leading 10W30 that provides maximum protection against both viscosity and thermal breakdown. Because if your oil breaks down, what's next? Castrol GTX. Drive hard.
This November, stuff yourself with Dave. Don't miss Jewel, Ted Danson, Kathy Lee Gifford, Martha Stewart, and Tuesday, Will Smith. November on The Late Show, followed by Craig Kilborn.
With Sam Weiss, Kevin Harlan, Raymond James Stadium filled today to capacity. Kansas City has it 1st and 10 after the Tampa Bay punt. At the 25, and the handoff goes to Sheehy, drilled by Hardy Nickerson. Loss of one on the play.
On the last punt, Tampa Bay is in a totally illegal formation right here. You see the number of the center right there. Every one of those players, the offensive blockers there, have to break the plane of the number, which is right there. None of them are doing it. They're all in the backfield. That's one of those things Jerry Seaman will issue a statement, you know, let's have a little bit, bring them back up, point of emphasis, and it kind of floats back and forth. Inconsistency during the year. 2nd down and 11. And the handoff again to Rashawn Sheehy. Gaining 4. Marcus Jones and Al Singleton bring him down. Sheehy was a 3rd-round pick out of Washington a season ago. Replacing Bam Morris in this ball game. Gunther Cunningham told us yesterday, said it's just time. He'd had enough of Bam Morris not producing. Practice effort wasn't quite there. They even had a kangaroo court because he was overweight, and they had James Hasty as the judge and jury, found him guilty of not being in good enough shape. 3rd down and 7 from the 28. Alexander on the move, and there goes a flag. 2 of them. That's the advantage that the defense has when they're playing at home. Kansas City has it when they're at Arrowhead. Hard for those tackles to hear the snap count.
Prior to the snap, false start, number 76 for the offense, 5-yard penalty, remains 3rd down.
That's rookie John Tate out of BYU, who had missed all of training camp in a contract dispute, but has Gunther Cunningham told us last night, great strides. He's close to starting.
He used the word close. He kept saying this guy's very close. They're happy with the pick. They just wish he'd been there from the beginning. That's the frustration head coaches have with 1st-round picks. You know it's a big number contract-wise, and you're going to argue about getting them in.
Tampa Bay has turned it over twice in the 1st quarter. Kansas City fumbled with Gerbach at his own 21. Yet at the end of one, it's Stoyanovic's 20-yard field goal, 3-0 Chiefs.
Ramada and Holiday Inn may look similar. So at Ramada, we do our personal best to attack even the smallest problems. At Ramada, nothing bugs us like imperfection. For reservations, call 1-800-2-RAMADA.
A bear fell down the hill. What will I do? Mom, what's this word?
Sounds it out.
Mountain.
That's right.
At last, the bear made it to the top.
You just read that whole book. Let's
celebrate.
Okay.
All right. Here you are.
Thank you.
Happy Meal. Happy Meal, please.
In the insurance business, they say persistence pays off. The book's called Be Cool About Fire Safety. Last year, I passed out about 10,000 copies to kids in Albany County. One went to a little girl who saved her family when their house caught fire. This year, I'm passing out more books. Because in this business, did I mention, persistence pays off. You're in good hands with Allstate. Mine.
The government gave him a new identity.
She's my wife. Not anymore.
And trained him to track down terrorists.
Stop that.
But Friday, the bad guys are coming to him.
You have a basement. Send everyone down there now.
A holiday you'll never forget.
Happy Thanksgiving.
And all new Now and Again CBS Friday.
Kevin Harlan, Samwise from Tampa. We have as many turnovers as total first downs in the game. 3. It's 3rd and 12 as we start the second quarter. A hole for Sheehy, breaks the tackle from Lynch, and then he is swarmed under at the 28, led by linebacker Derek Brooks, and Kansas City has got a punt.
If we go back to that punt, the league is called to remind me that it's not the numbers, it's the belt buckle. And when they line up for a punt, the head has to be to the belt buckle right there. It's still an absolute illegal formation. This is still one of those things where Jerry Seaman will send out a little memo saying this is a point of emphasis. But it is the belt buckle, I'm told. When I was coaching, I was always told it was the numbers, but apparently they've changed that to the belt buckle. They're still illegal, and Kansas City now has 2 out of 4 that are illegal.
Daniel Pope, who led the Southeast Conference a season ago in punting, has this go short, and it's going to give Tampa Bay great beginning field position. They're walking up the sideline. It's like walking the plank, and they're going to be at the 44. Timeout.
One of the world's best skiers against Goodyear's ultimate winter tire, the Ultra Grip Ice Radial. Made with ice lock and innovative silica compound, you get improved traction on snow and ice. Goodyear Ultra Grip Ice Radials.
Introducing Blue from American Express, a whole new kind of credit card.
I know you've all heard the testimonials and you're saying, yes, Gene, by unleashing the power of visualization, I can change my life. But what, Gene? What can I visualize to become a leader, a giant among my peers, while achieving a sense of inner calm? Close your eyes and picture yourself as this.
The Accord from Honda. It's one powerful car.
Enterprise? You rented our car from Enterprise?
Yeah.
Why Enterprise?
Because they pick us up.
Free.
A free pickup? Wow. They ought to be #1.
They are #1.
Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up. On America's #1 action drama, is the officer in command of the war on drugs a smuggler himself?
You were observed last night with a known drug dealer.
All New Jack CBS Tuesday.
Is the idea of turning your child's public school into a private school a good one, or just another anything-for-a-buck scheme? 60 Minutes, tonight.
Field goal by the Chiefs after Tampa Bay fumble. 3-0 Kansas City. Coming up in the NASDAQ halftime report, Jim, Craig, Randy, and Jerry will get you caught up on all the scores and highlights. Plus a report from the Franklin Templeton Shark Shootout, all coming up in the NASDAQ halftime report. It's Tampa Bay from their 40 with a 33, make it first down and 10. Dunn is in motion out of the backfield, leaving Allstott by himself. And the pass is caught by tight end Dave Moore. Just his 12th catch of the year. He's close to a first down. We'll call it a gain of 9. Tackle made by linebacker Marcus Patton.
Dave Moore, one of my favorite players when I coached here. One of those hard-working guys that could be a fullback for you. We tried him there. We tried him as an H-back, as a tight end. He can do it all. Good special teams. Look at the passing yards now. With that completion, the Buccaneers have 10 yards more, only because the Chiefs are -3 in passing yards.
Second down and 1 from the 47 of Kansas City for Tampa Bay. All-stop, wrapped up, brought down. McLaughlin got him. There goes a flag. Leslie O'Neal had a hand on him as well.
This is going to be a face mask penalty, it looks like. At least that's what Trent Dilfer thinks as he signals over to the sideline. I can't get over how much penetration Kansas City gets across the line on running plays against Tampa Bay.
It is, if you accurately call, a face mask on Kansas City, a team that set a record last year for penalties in the NFL for one season. And they're pretty high again this season.
Well, they came into this game with 62, which
face mask, 5 yards only. Number 91 of the defense, penalized 5 yards. First down.
62 penalties coming into the game, 6th most in the NFL. When they say it's a 5-yard penalty, it means that it's an inadvertent grab of the face mask, but for safety reasons, they're going to make sure that they call. There's a grab right there. That's Leslie O'Neal. He's got his hand on it, but he lets go.
First and 10 from the 42. Handoff goes to Dunn. And not a lot of room there. Gain maybe of a half yard just inside the 42-yard line.
Here's the history of penalties for the Kansas City Chiefs now. All of those are big numbers. 4th, 3rd, most, tied for the 6th coming into this ball game. And it's aggressive play. They get a lot of turnovers as a result of their aggressive play, but they pay the penalty, so to speak, and the officials throwing flags.
They have 3 today. Second down, 11 from the Kansas City 43. Dilfer back with time, starts it across the middle, caught by the fullback Allstott, and he is down to the 37-yard line and still 5 yards shy of a first, picking up 6 yards right there. He was tackled by Dishman and Donnie Edwards.
Trent Dilfer's smart right there. I used to coach him and say, let your eyes drop short if everybody's covered. Now watch the pass rush is going to get real quick into his face. It's going to be coming hard. But watch right here. When that area is vacated, number 40, Mike Allstott, just drops down. Now he's a protector in case of a blitz. No blitz, he becomes a receiver.
3rd and 5 from the Chiefs 37 for Tampa Bay.
Comes the blitz.
It comes from Woods, the pass through the hands of Jaquez Green at the 31-yard line, incomplete. The second time they've sent Woods, that time foiled the pass to Green. The last time they sent Woods, Dilfer threw an interception to Hasty in the end zone.
Threw it a little bit short. This time he throws it high. Woods was coming right in his face from the right side. Dilfer was throwing to the right side and just a little bit high over Jaquez Green. Now, bump and run. This is Warfield covering him on the outside. Missed a plant, a little shove away. But the ball is thrown high because he had to throw it quick.
Royals the punt. He's going to place it inside the 10 someplace. And with the fair catch, drifting back to the 7-yard line is Vano. 29-yard punt. And a good one by the 11-year veteran, Royals.
Philips CD recorder. Burn your own CDs.
Amazing things can happen when you push the right buttons. Introducing the 240 horsepower S2000 Roadster from Honda.
Great Harvest Bread has over 100 stores connected across the country.
There's no other way to grow your business besides talking to other people.
Like thousands of businesses today, Great Harvest store owners use the internet and Microsoft software to share knowledge and make better decisions.
So now we can compare stores versus stores. You know, my suppliers know that I constantly look at prices. So they're less apt to raise prices because they know that I know what I know.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Philips, MGM Pictures,
The wait is over. The world is yours. James Bond is here. The World Is Not Enough. Rated PG-13. And by Honda.
Back in sunny Tampa with Sam White, Kevin Harlan, a 20-yard field goal by Stoyanovich back early in the game after an all-stop fumble. Gerbach has fumbled. And now from the 9-yard line after the Tampa Bay punt, first down and 10 yards to go. And it's Donnell Bennett who wiggles ahead to the 12 for a gain of 3. It's week 10 of the NFL season. It's time to separate the contenders from the pretenders. Get a complete review of every team as they position themselves for the playoffs. Just click on to NFL at cbs.sportsline.com.
And sportsline.com would have been talking about John Lynch playing like a linebacker, making a clean hit right at the line of scrimmage.
Second down, 7 from the 12. There go the flags. They'll stop that play in mid-motion.
Looks like Victor Riley moved a little bit early. Crowd getting into it again. The crowd is close down here. This is football only.
Prior to the snap, false start, number 66 of the offense, 5-yard penalty, remains second down.
And that is the 5th Kansas City penalty today.
Take a look at what the quarterbacks have done today. They are both struggling somewhat. Passing yards are down. Trent Dilfer, of course, had the interception that hurt early. Gerbach not done much in the total yards.
Second down and 12 from the 7. Bennett again falls his way up past the 10, near the 11, picks up 3 on the play. Let's send it to New York and Jim Nance.
All right, here's the combination. Kevin and Sam almost as unstoppable as Harlan and Weish. It's Manning and Harrison for the 10th time this year, and the Colts are up 7-3. Let's go back to Tampa.
Thank you, Jim. Colts have won 4 consecutive games off to their best start since 1977. Last week, the Colts beat Kansas City 25-17. Harrison caught 8. There's 3rd and 9, and the handoff to Sheehy. Making his way for a couple yards. That's it. Brad Culpepper makes the stop. It has become a defensive battle, and the Tampa Bay defense beating the offense of Cunningham there.
You almost sense that both teams want to avoid making a mistake. I think Kansas City's going to see, though, that they're moving the ball a little bit better on the ground when they do spread it out. Gunther Cunningham said they were willing to do that and go deep. They want to try to get the ball to Gonzalez and to Alexander, but they can run the ball by spreading it out, too. They keep John Lynch out of there.
It's the 3rd consecutive 3-and-out for the Chiefs, and the punt by Polk may have been deflected. Regardless, it's short, bouncing its way to the 50 into Buccaneer territory at the 47. A 40-yard punt. Singleton, the reserve linebacker, may have come in and got a hand on it. 3-0 Chiefs.
In 5 days,
It's the best we have.
the wait is over. The world is yours.
James Bond is here.
On November 19th, The World Is Not Enough. Rated PG-13. Starts Friday.
The kid-approved V6 7-passenger enormously flexible Odyssey from Honda. It's one big happy minivan.
I want to thank the people at the food bank for all the food you've been bringing me, especially the tangerines. I've been sick, and they've been a wonderful surprise.
For over 20 years, Kraft, part of the Philip Morris family of companies, has been a leader in the fight against hunger. After all, who's better suited to feed the hungry than America's largest food company, working to make a difference, the people of Philip Morris.
Select road. Validating tires.
With Fiat Goodrich tires, it's any road you choose. Fiat Goodrich tires, take control.
I'm Dave Zott of the Kansas City Chiefs. When you give your support, you show that you care. The NFL, the United Way, and you, the power of teamwork.
UConn has won the
CBS Sports, the exclusive home of the NCAA Basketball Championship.
As the score would indicate, a defensive battle, a little bit sloppy on offense. And after a poor punt by Pope, so that 3 times, from the 46-yard line. Tampa Bay 1st and 10. Fake to Alstott. Great time, great fake, the pass. He swings it for a first down. Caught by Jetways Green at the 35. It's a gain of 18 yards. To the Chiefs 35, working on 33-year-old Chris Dishman. Tampa Bay 1st down.
This is what we thought we'd see on 1st down. Fake that run up the middle right here. Now this is Dishman. Look how soft the cushion is. He's waiting for the deep pass, the go pattern, and then the ball is thrown to the outside. Terrific fake that time, not only by the quarterback, Trent Dilfer, but by the offensive line. They sold the run. The running back sold the run. Everybody froze. There was nobody between the quarterback and receiver.
Just 2 short years ago, Dishman was a Pro Bowler. Then he was cut last year by Washington. 1st and 10. Dilfer, great time. Wide open, the tight end, Dave Moore. He goes into Woods. He breaks the tackle. It's a touchdown. A 35-yard touchdown pass, Trent Dilfer to his tight end, Dave Moore.
Now somebody has to be blowing coverage right here. There's nobody in the middle. Jerome Woods slips late, but watch Dave Moore. Watch the grab. Watch him go up high, bring it in. You see Jerome Woods slip a little bit. Nobody in the middle. Good throw by Trent.
Martin Gramatica out of Kansas State with the extra point. Well, they got good field position on the bad punt by Pope. And a couple of nice pass plays. One to Green, the touchdown pass to Moore. The Buccaneers have their first lead.
Don't wish for it. Work for it. It's not a catchphrase to Dale. It's a way of life. That's why day in and day out, no one's more committed to getting the job done right. And what kind of a car does a man like Dale drive? Well, actually, he drives a tractor. But his son, a drummer in a local rock band, drives a Civic.
Introducing the Sprint PCS wireless web phone by Motorola. The power of the internet is in your hand.
New York City has 7 million people all leading separate lives. But when a massive earthquake hits their city,
I've got thousands of New York citizens trapped under their homes.
They'll have to count on each other to survive.
We gotta keep it together.
We'll get you out of here, I promise.
From the moment I met you, I felt safer.
You can't go in there alone. My daughter might be in there. I'll take you in.
From Hallmark Entertainment, the people who brought you Merlin. Aftershock, CBS tonight at 9, 8 Central.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Gateway and by Pizza Hut, home of the stuffed crust pizza.
Back at Raymond James Stadium, a touchdown pass of 35 yards to tight end Dave Moore from quarterback Trent Dilfer. It's 7-0 Tampa Bay, and the highest kicker selected in the draft since 1993, Martin Gramatica. With the line drive boot, looking into the sun, the catch at the 5 by Tamar Vanover, who is brought down by Singleton. And the Chiefs will get it back next Saturday. It's the game everybody's been talking about in the Home Depot College football, and you can see it here on CBS. National title hopes are at stake. Peter Warwick and the #1 rated Seminoles of Florida State head to the Swamp to meet #3 Florida, coached by Steve Spurrier. Starting with Tim Brando and Spencer Tillman on the Volkswagen College football today. Florida State #1, Florida #3. Next Saturday, 3 o'clock here on CBS.
Kansas City's only thrown 3 times, all of it on first down. They've run the ball 14.
First and 10, play action by Gerbach. He's drilled as he hits. The pass is caught by tight end Tony Gonzalez. No place to run, no place to hide, and the second-round pick last year out of USC, Brian Kelly, makes the stop.
First down is a run, pass down, so this is when play action tends to work the best, holding the linebacker. See, the hand is extended. I always like to put the ball out there, show that football a little bit, and then pull the ball back away quick. A little better fake.
You know, Shane, who was great at doing that was Steve DeBerg, who quarterbacked with both these teams at one time, Tampa Bay and Kansas City.
One of the best ever, I think, Steve DeBerg. No doubt.
Second down, 10 from the 25. A handoff to Ganell Bennett. Slips one tackle, then trudging ahead for a gain of 3 on the play. Shelton Quarles makes the stop, coming up 3rd and 7.
You know, Gunther Cunningham told us yesterday, talking to him, they wanted to spread things out, get the ball quick to Alexander, Derek Alexander, and to Tony Gonzalez. But we haven't seen that. They've been pretty much, except on 3rd down, when it's a traditional passing down, then they spread it out, and they've run the ball even then. But they haven't spread it out and gotten down the field like I think they're going to before this game's over.
We're back face with 3rd and 7 from his own 28. Rolling, look out from behind. He got the block. The pass is caught, but shy of a first down. Now they're going to say he muffed it. He dropped it, and it was Gonzalez who was there, covered by Lynch. There was a wonderful block by Glenn Parker, the left tackle, that bought the quarterback time. But even had he completed the pass, the yards there wouldn't have been enough.
Look at this. David Zott, Glenn Parker right here trying to protect against Warren Sapp. Came into this game with 7 sacks. He's a relentless pass rusher. One of those guys that has that low center of gravity, hard to knock him off. And he's got that closing speed at the end.
Then Lonnie Johnson gave a nice block as well. The 4th consecutive 3 and out for the Chiefs. The poke punt taken by Green. Got a block on the play from Kelly. And he is down at the 30-yard line. 48-yard punt and about a 6-yard return. Maslowski makes the stop. He is the special team tackling leader, a guy who has played on the Chargers as a rookie. He's played fullback in the Arena League and played in NFL Europe this past spring.
And he's a good bridge player. I don't know.
And a heck of a slow dancer. Anyway, Monday on CBS, when a hot waitress hits on the King of Queens, get ready for the ego trip of a lifetime. Kevin James stars. It's an all-new King of Queens, Monday on CBS. A bridge player.
You know, some people are just naturally funny. Kevin James is one of those guys that just seems to be humorous as you look at him. Now, first down. Play action down for Kansas City. Let's see if the Bucs come back with the same idea.
From the 30-yard line, 1st and 10 for Dilfer. Just threw that touchdown pass for 35 yards, and they send Mike Allstott corkscrewing up the middle for 5. Brought down by Dishman. Allstott, the leading rusher, and coming off a 117-yard performance last week. Let's go to Jim Nantz in New York.
All right, Kevin, you like the way Allstott runs? Check out Jonathan Linton, a fast emerging back for the Bills. He scores from 4 yards out. That's the first rushing touchdown allowed by the Miami defense this year. How about it? Bills 16-0. Back to Kevin and Sam.
Thank you, Jim. Interesting there. Buffalo at home is 3-1. Miami on the road, a undefeated 4-0. 2nd and 5. They send the swiveling dime. Outside, Eric Hicks forced him out of play. A meager gain of 2 on the play. Also a 3rd down at about 3.
One thing Tampa Bay brings to this field is a lot of speed. They can, not just with wide receivers, but Dunn is very quick. And they are pounding up in the middle with Allstott, and then, of course, bring Dunn or somebody around for that reverse. Always has a chance to break it. This is the kind of a team that'll pound away, and they don't look like they're getting much, and then big play down the field. Trent Dilfer, of course, with a big play to Dave Moore just a while ago.
Last week on 3rd down, the Buccaneers 11-16 today, 0 of 4. 3rd down, 3 from the 37. Bad snap, it's loose. Dilfer jumps on it back at the 32, but that will mean another punt. Oh, and a fumble on the play. And they say the Chiefs and Eric Hicks get it. It's the 3rd turnover for Tampa Bay today. The fumble by Dilfer.
It looked like, actually, I was going to say that Trent may have pulled out early, but I don't think he did. It looks like the ball just didn't come up between his hands. Quarterbacks will put the right hand firmly up against the bottom side of the center, and that's where the ball is to be snapped. Throw it up to the right hand, and then the left hand closes on it.
sometimes if the ball's slippery or gets a little sweat on it, it doesn't hit the target.
So from the Buccaneers 33, Kansas City 1st and 10. Play action. The blitz comes on from Kelly. The pass outside to Richardson. And it was covered beautifully by Shelton Quarles and Donnie Abraham. No gain on the play on the pass to the fullback.
Too sound a defense to get those kind of things happening. Generally, you can make things happen deep down the field on the play action. But in the flat, this defense too well put together, not only by Tony Dungy, of course, but by Monty Kippen. He was the defensive coordinator. Got to look at him right there. Team defense, disciplined defense, both sides of the ball. Kansas City just as good.
43-yard line of the Bucs, 2nd down and 10. Great time. Here comes Sapp. There goes the pass. It's caught again by the fullback, and Richardson plowing down to the 31. A gain of about 2, setting up 3rd down and about 7 to go. They had Brooks there and Chidi Ahanatu.
And now they're just kind of lining themselves up for field goal position right here. Don't make a mistake. Don't lose what you've got. The problem with Pete Stoyanovich, though, on the road, he's 2 for 4. At home, he's a perfect 10 for 10. And this is just at his distance right here. Just almost outside his distance. They need a few more yards.
3rd down and 8 from the Buccaneers 31.
The crowd is a factor right now.
They bring the blitz. The quick pass outside. It's caught. Derek Alexander near the 25 and still 3 yards shy of the 1st down. So sure enough, out trots Stoyanovich. And Gunther Cunningham, obviously frustrated on the sideline, will have to settle for a 3-point try.
He's as mad as I would be, too. The team was not ready. The quarterback, Elvis Gerbach, was trying to get the word to everybody. The crowd was disrupting that, of course. And he had to snap the ball. The 40-second clock was done and really didn't get everything he wanted out of that football play.
Stoyanovich has already kicked one today from 20 yards. This will be from 42. There is a slight breeze in his face. The hold by Pope, and the kick is up, and it is no good. Pete Stoyanovich on the road is 3 for 8 kicking field goals. He missed one last week. He misses one now, and Gunther Cunningham yelling at his special teams coach, Mike Stock. And the Chiefs, who got the fumble from Dilfer at the 33, cannot capitalize on the turnover, and so the Buccaneers get it back at the 33.
Remember early in the game, we put up a little keys to winning a game like this where you got 2 strong defensive teams. One of it was field position and special teams play. Well, there's a special teams play. Field position is affected by turnovers, which was another part of it. Anytime you've got 2 strong defenses like this and 2 offenses that frankly are both struggling against the better defenses, it comes down to those kinds of plays.
Stoyanovich was just talking to his holder, Danny Pope. And they stopped this with 4:08 to play. There was still 7 seconds on the play clock.
Timeout. Kansas City.
And something was
Their
wrong.
second team timeout. A 30-second timeout.
With the Chiefs personnel. Buccaneers on a touchdown pass to their tight end. Lead the Chiefs 7-3.
Hey, can I play? Sure. One more. All right. Hello? Hey, Eddie, are you there? Nathan? Find anyone?
Last week for Pete Stoyanovich, it was short kickoffs, and they had to bring in someone to kick it deep. And although Scott Bentley has been kicking off, his kicks have been no deeper than Stoyanovich. And now he's missed a field goal, which could have brought the Chiefs to within 1. Coming up on the NASDAQ halftime report, Jim, Craig, Randy, and Jerry will get you caught up on all the information today, plus a report from the Franklin-Templeton Shark shootout. 1st and 10 after the missed field goal from the 33. The handoff to Dunn. He is devoured by Donnie Edwards. Great penetration. Donnie Edwards moving outside this year, and a guy who was drafted in the 4th round at 96, played at UCLA. Would have been a higher pick, but he was injured his senior year, thus he fell.
Coming right over the right guard, Frank Middleton's area. Let's see what happens. Middleton blocks straight ahead. There's nobody left. Actually, it's Tony Mayberry who's got to try to come back down the side. They were man blocking that time. Mayberry couldn't get the snap. And he's got a little bit of a bad back. Has had it for years. Sometimes when he has to go for that reach block, he just can't get there.
Second down and 13 from the 30. Time for Dilfer. The pass across the middle, caught by the tight end again. Dave Moore. It's a gain of 12 on the play. He's the guy that caught the touchdown pass earlier in this quarter from 35 yards out. He's got 3 catches today for 56 yards. He came into today with just 11 catches all season.
I think he's Trent Dilfer's go-to guy. Trent told us it was Rydell Anthony. But watch, the blitz is coming from this side right here. You see the guys coming. Trent right in the face of it is going to rifle this one. Sometimes it's a play just like that. Even though the guy's wide open, under pressure, a play like that can turn a quarterback's confidence around within the game.
3rd and 1 from the 42. Play action. The block by Allstott. The time is there, and it's caught by reserve tight end Patrick Haight. A great blocker and a kid who's had a series of concussions in his career. 3 years out of Alabama. Picks up 3 on 3rd and 1. It's a Buccaneer first down.
Could have been a lot more, though. Watch the throw and watch Trent Dilfer's reaction, because he knows he didn't give Patrick Haight a chance to run with the ball after the catch. He throws it a little bit behind him. Accuracy not there, and when you don't have accuracy, you lose the run after the catch, which is about 50% of the total yardage.
Especially when you're passing short like that. That's the whole game.
Short and quick throws. That's what is going to be the thrust of both these teams all day. Has been already.
1st and 10 from the 45. The fake to Allstott. Here comes Hicks with the hit, but the pass by Dilfer is away, and the pass is incomplete. Looking for Rydell Anthony. Coverage by Chris Kishman.
Eric Hicks, a lot of pressure on Trent Dilfer that time as well.
On the 1:55, this will constitute our 2-minute warning. Buccaneers on top.
Rumors about free computers, but we haven't actually seen one. Not one with a monitor, 24-hour tech support, and the year of AOL included, like a Gateway PC with an Intel Celeron processor. Call 1-800-GATEWAY. For $28 a month, it's a PC you can believe in.
You know how you're supposed to eat Pizza Hut stuffed crust pizza?
Bill doesn't get it. Backwards, Bill. The other way. Backwards, Bill. Backwards. That boy. Now bite it. Billy. Bite it, Billy.
Jill's not afraid to eat her stuffed crust backwards. Everybody knows how to eat stuffed crust pizza backwards. With a ring of cheese baked right into the crust, it's the most fun you can have with a pizza. A large one topping is $9.99. Jill's made of tougher stuff than Bill.
Take a bite, Billy. Backwards, Bill. Keep your chin up, Bill.
Stuffed crust, another one of the best pizzas under one roof.
They're not coming out. We're going in to get them. They're always hot. They're always sweating. It's a cat and mouse game.
We have some of the hottest detectives on the street to switch antiperspirant. Degree Ultra Dry.
Body heat activated.
Does this work? When your body heat rises, Degree's powerful Ultra Dry form releases extra protection when you need it most.
When the pressure is on, the heat is on, Degree kept up with me. He kept me dry. Degree kicks butt.
Degree Ultra Dry.
That stuff kicks in and takes care of business.
Your body heat turns it on.
Book 'em.
A tone-deaf angel gets a little help from Charlotte Church and InSync.
Have you been touched by an angel?
All new CBS Tonight.
These great scenics today provided by the MetLife Blimp Snoopy 1, teaming up with CBS Sports today to provide you with this bird's eye view. Since the program began back in 1987, MetLife Blimp has flown over 700,000 miles to provide aerial coverage of sporting events. Stoyanovich has missed a field goal. He hit one to begin the game. A 35-yard touchdown pass from Dilfer to his tight end. It is 7-3 Tampa Bay with 3 Buccaneer turnovers in this first half.
Going in this 2 minutes, only 5 passes to wide receivers by Tampa Bay and only 1 completion.
Second down and 10 from the 45. Handoff to Dunn, the block by Allstott. And Dunn squeezing through and somehow finds himself at the Kansas City 46, a gain of 8 as he squeaked in and comes close to a first down. A timeout burned by the Buccaneers, and that will be their first timeout of the second half.
Just man. These guys right here just want to put a hat on a hat. They try to, the term is cover up the defender. See, they're not firing out, they're setting up. Now it's up to Warwick Dunn just to kind of run to daylight. What this guy can do, though, if you give him just a little bit too much daylight, he'll pull away from tackles. He's not a big guy, but he runs like a powerful runner.
Dunn had a very good rookie year, Sam. He was all pro. Last year, not as good in numbers, but a better overall season. This year, he's still trying to find his groove.
Well, I think as Gunther, as Coach Tony Dungy told us yesterday, he's trying to make too many big runs. Just make the run, and then when the big runs come, go ahead and finish them off. But when you're looking for the big run, sometimes you're not willing to take the 3 yards, hoping you can get 10 more after that.
You know, Dunn, who grew up in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, was at one time the #1 rated high school quarterback in the country, then played for Bobby Bowden at Florida State, where he changed his game and became what he is today, one of the shiftiest running backs in the NFL.
And one of the best kinds of players to coach. Every coach in the league would like to coach a Warwick Dunn. He practices hard, he's a good citizen, he's a team player, and he's a good football player as well.
So 3rd down and a short 2 after the timeout at the 46. Handoff to Allstott, working on a block by Middleton. He gets by Hicks. He is still moving the pile. Finally, Marcus Patton jumps on him, brings him down shy of the 1st down. So now it is 4th down and about 2 to go. Another timeout taken by Kansas City. And that will be their final timeout. Tony Dungy's got a decision to make on 4th and 1.
It's here, the Hot Rebel 2000. Rev it up.
Score. New ball.
Let Cannon ignite your creativity.
Rotation legacy.
Soar past simple snapshots. And roar into photography.
3, 2, 1, go! Legacy, game ready.
Rebel 2000 from Cannon.
Kevin, no doubt, punt this football. The way the defense of Tampa Bay is playing and the way the offense of Kansas City is not moving the ball, just go ahead and in at halftime, 7-3.
And the veteran Mark Broyles comes in with Vanover stationed back at the 10. High, inside the 5, it'll bounce, dying at the 1. What a great punt by Mark Broyles. A 46-yard punt. Great coverage by Dexter Jackson, their 4th-round pick out of Florida State. Number 34.
The strategy of that one's going to work out even better. Rather than trying to go on in at 7-3, they're going to be able to back them up here a little bit, maybe get another shot with field position. The difference here, of course, is that we said earlier now, special teams, field position, turnovers, all of those things are what make a difference. Passing yards for the Chiefs, only 5 yards. You know they're not going to be coming out of here with a lot of confidence in that part of their game, and they're going to be defending, Tampa Bay will be, defending the run. John Lynch is going to be all around that football. There he comes, number 47. He's lined up almost like a linebacker.
And the handoff goes quickly up the middle to Richardson. And he pounds his way to the 8. It's a gain of 6. John Lynch makes the tackle. And the clock at 1:10 has stopped. And another timeout, this taken by Tampa Bay, and they've got 1 remaining.
There's Lynch. Now watch him, right? Watch the hit. He should be wearing a 50 number, not 47. That's a lot of contact. He really didn't get the best of his hits right there. John Lynch is one of those guys that I say uncoils into a running back. He hits you before you're ready to get hit, and it snaps the running back's head back. That time John got popped a little bit. Look at him. He's probably getting a little word in his ear.
He was just talking to Herman Edwards just a second ago. Herman was on the Kansas City Chiefs staff. He now leads the defense for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But there you take a look at Lynch, who at one time was a highly regarded high school and college baseball pitcher and selected in the 2nd round by the Florida Marlins. And he had a chance to go football or baseball, and you talked him into going to football.
I had lots of conversations telling him that football's it. I told him that Bill Walsh, I called Bill Walsh, and Bill Walsh said, this guy will be a big-time football player for you, and I think that's what convinced him.
2nd down and 4. The handoff goes to Bennett. And tackled by Nickerson, picking up 3 up to the 11-yard line.
You know, John Lynch is one of those guys that everybody would like to have on the team, kind of like Warwick Dunn. But I was trying to convince him prior to the draft that he should play football rather than go with the Florida Marlins and play baseball. He was a 1992 2nd-round draft pick of the Marlins. And the most convincing argument I had, I wasn't sure he was buying what I said, but I said, man, I called your coach over there at Stanford, and Bill Walsh assured me that you were a big-time, long-time player in the NFL, and he has turned out to be that.
Stanford, he played 3 years for Dennis Green, and then he played his senior year for Bill Walsh. At that time, Steve Stenstrom was starting at quarterback, and Lynch had moved over to the secondary, where he has been a star. 7 years in the NFL, and one of the truly great safeties in football, but Sam, he's never been to the Pro Bowl, which is,
I don't understand it.
Shocking.
Yeah, well, part of that, you know, the Pro Bowl voting sometimes goes a little bit on reputation. You have to kind of do it for a couple of 3 years before you get enough recognition around the country. And with the way they're voting the Pro Bowl now, though, it's good. The fans get to vote, players, coaches, management. Pretty good spread. Ought to get it right.
3rd down and 1. It's Bennett again. Got a nice block. Runs outside. Captures the first down. Is a fumble. Picked up by Brooks. Tampa Bay is out of timeouts. Derek Brooks gets the fumble recovery. The second turnover for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Good solid blocking off the left side right here. They got the first down. The best thing now is to hold on to the football, which is not going to take place. Brooks misses the tackle right here. Now watch, there's the hit by Lynch. The ball comes loose. Brooks picks it up right down the sideline. And they've got no timeouts left, but the clock stops on change of possession. Trying to get 1 more yard. Donnell Bennett gives the ball away.
On the Chiefs' 13-yard line. 1st and 10, all down in the backfield. 3 wide receivers deployed. The throw, he has a great lead pass, which is caught by Anthony. A gain of 6 on the play. The clock continues to run. The Buccaneers are out of timeouts.
Well, they just go into a little bit of a up the tempo. It looks like they may ground the ball. Just stop it, which they do. That leaves them with 3rd down. They've only got 1, and then, of course, if they don't make it, they'll kick the field goal.
So Bennett with the fumble. He started last week. He was the starter last year. Then they were unpleased with his performance, and they traded for Bam Morris. And there's Bennett.
You know, he's got the first down right there. Makes a nice move. Now start hugging the ball. When you start twisting and turning like that, and the defense in this situation is coach. Strip the football. You've already given up the first down. Now try to take the ball away, and it worked out. Derek Brooks, one of those quick, always around the ball guys, got lucky. I used to say get lucky. You get lucky when you're hustling like that.
Now Dill for his platoon, 4 wide receivers, 3rd and 4 from the Kansas City 7.
Illegal left tackle off the ball. Let's see if they call it.
Nope, it was Gruber. The pass to the end zone. He's got McDonald incomplete. The coverage by Dishman. 6'3" Kansas State rookie Darnell McDonald incomplete. They got to settle for 3.
Just going to go off the hand of McDonald right here. This is a timing throw. The quarterback is releasing the ball right now, and the receiver has to get to it. If the ball looks like, well, actually a good throw. You've got to put it right there. You see how tight the coverage is. You throw it any differently than that, and you run the risk of an interception. This is like a free 3 points, though, as a result of the fumble, and as a result of Mark Royal's punt earlier.
Martin Gramatica, who grew up in Argentina, played soccer there, 25-yard field goal try, and he got it. And so Tampa Bay capitalizes, and they get 3. They cash in on the Donnell Bennett fumble at the 13-yard line. I'm sure Dungy would have wanted 6, but he'll take 3 just before half.
The defensive score. The defense got him the ball down there. The offense wasn't able to put it in. The same for Gunther Cunningham right now. He's got to go back into that locker room at halftime and say, man, let's erase everything. Every game's in doubt. It's a 7-point. Next team to score has the chance to win. Go ahead. Start all over again and try to win one on the road. Remember, they're 1-3 coming here on the road. They're undefeated at home. Part of winning on the road is beating that stigma that trails you when you hear about it all week long about the fact that you haven't been very successful on the road. And this is a tough place to play, tough place to win.
3 turnovers by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 2 turnovers by the Kansas City Chiefs. One team, the Chiefs, came in number 1 in the giveaway takeaway. Tampa Bay came in dead last in the giveaway takeaway. A low-scoring game. We expected to see some defense, and sure enough, we have. I don't think either of us, though, expected to see the number of mistakes on both teams.
No, but Tony Dungy said yesterday that Kansas City plays with a frenzy that we don't. In other words, Tampa Bay didn't go after the ball, didn't work the
the effort to make those turnovers quite as much, but today they certainly have.
Dramatica will kick off to Tamarick Vanover, who's in the end zone and awaiting the kick. Short kick, chip shot to the 10-yard line, picked up by Vanover, who's been injured, but back in now and tripped up nicely on the play by Brian Kelly. Just before halftime, 10-3 Buccaneers next Sunday on CBS Sports. Members of the 1999 World Cup Championship team, including Mia Hamm, square off indoors against some of the best international players in the Toys R Us Victory Tour. Next Sunday, 4:30 Eastern, here on CBS. Final 22 seconds. They're not going to waste any time. They're going to split 3 wide receivers as they have it from their 24. And the handoff goes to Sheehy. Climbs up to the 27, picks up 3 yards, second down, and that will be the final play of the first half. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers came into this game, Sam, with their coach saying that a lot of the future of this season hinged on their performance today. They came in 4-4 in the tough NFC Central.
Well, they've got 5 of their last 8 at home. This is the place they have to win, because when they're on the road, obviously it's tougher on the road, but right here, they can be unstoppable. They're that good of a football team.
Kansas City has Seattle coming to Arrowhead next week. They come in 5-3. They've struggled on the road. They won their lone game at Baltimore, but they lost last week to the Colts, and I think they used this game as somewhat of a measuring stick. Touchdown pass by the Buccaneers. It's 10-3, Buccaneers at halftime. Jim is next from New York. After this message from your local station as you're watching the NFL on CBS.
Monday on the Comedy Broadcasting System. When a hot waitress hits on Doug, it's the ego trip of a lifetime.
I'm a delicious piece of man meat. You're just going to have to learn to deal with it.
Then this ladies' man's fighting for his family's honor.
What if I break his nose first? Well, you do have those cat-like reflexes.
Next, what's turning Ray's wife into a love machine?
Have you learned some new moves?
I got fast forward in the store.
And it's Becker versus his neighbors.
Hey, watch the door, Ironside.
All new comedy, CBS Monday.
For now and again, the address is CBS.
NFL Sunday Ticket is brought to you in part by QVC. Hey, this is Dan Wheeler, host of QVC's NFL Team Shop, Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern. Sure, I'm your guy for cool NFL gear, but I'm also your chance to win a trip for 2 to the Pro Bowl in Hawaii. Just watch any Monday, write down the item numbers for 3 products, and mail it to QVC. You can enter each week, and it's an offer for you as an NFL Sunday Ticket viewer. So tune in Mondays for the gear and the getaway. What? I can't get away with this?
Come on, Johnson. Throw it, baby. Throw it. Okay, you see him? Look at number 44. He's open. Come on, Johnson. Come on. Come on, Johnson. He's wide open. He's right there for you, baby. Pass left. Pass left. Pass left, you.
With QB1, you predict the plays before they happen. Log on to QB1 and you could win a trip to the Super Bowl.
Break out of the ordinary lunch routine at Damon's. Check out Damon's famous award-winning ribs, the Big Burger, or a fresh grilled chicken breast salad. Damon's will take care of you quick and get you back on track with your busy day.
From our New York studios at halftime down in Tampa. Chiefs, yes, they pick up more turnovers. 3 takeaways. They lead the league in that, but they're down 7. Craig James, Randy Cross, Jerry Glanville alongside. Your thoughts first half?
I got to make sure I'm reading this thing right. Kansas City only 5 yards passing. Is that horrible or what? I mean, Elvis Gerback, what's going on? This guy was doing good on first and third down. Neither team really converting on third down. A defensive struggle, which most of us thought it would be.
Hey, it's been a struggle for Miami as we take you around the NFL today. Buffalo scored on its first 4 possessions, and Miami got a late field goal. They were shut out up to that point. But Damon Heward, so effective, 3-0 as a starter coming in. He got picked early. That'll rattle your confidence. Antoine Winfield picks it off. Jimmy Johnson's team has lost only once coming in. That was to Buffalo. Steve Christie has knocked down 3 field goals in that first half. And Flutie hooks up here with that ever-reliable tight end Jay Reamersma. 33-yard reception sets up this run. First rushing touchdown allowed all season by Miami. It's Jonathan Linton in. And look at the Bills, Gary. They're up 16-3.
And one thing you got to talk about watching the Bills, their fullback, Sam Gash. He doesn't have any carries, but he's doing the block, and he's knocking people around.
And Miami can't move it on the ground. Look at that, 13 carries, 23 yards. Colts lead by a point over the Giants at halftime, and we expected this to be a low-scoring struggle.
Felipe Sparks trying to cover one-on-one Marvin Harrison. Forget about it. Pass interference call. Going to talk a little bit. The very next play, Peyton Manning's going to take advantage of the emotions and the out-of-control play of Sparks. Play action down the field. Marvin Harrison, go say something about that. Hey, the Giants are rushing the ball. Indianapolis isn't, but Peyton's taking advantage of them through the air.
Edgerrin James, we saw him on the NFL Today. 12 carries, only 26 yards. Tennessee and Cincinnati, 2 rushing touchdowns for the Titans, and Tennessee shutting down Blake and the Bengals at this point.
You had a hard time in the opener with Cincinnati. You're Tennessee. What do you want to see on the opening drive? You want to see Eddie George get a big touchdown run here. 23 yards. He had 40 of the 71 yards in that opening drive for Jeff Fisher's offense. Which Jeff Fisher also got. He's got himself a pretty good defense. Javon Kearse comes around the outside, causes that fumble by Jeff Blake. And watch McNair. Look at the defense. 1 check, 2 check. I'll take that run. He goes 9 yards here from the 10-yard line, leaves it on the 1-yard line, then gets a 1-yard touchdown run.
Remember, Fisher's resting Javon Kearse. It must be working.
Cincinnati, 28 yards total offense first half. Cleveland scored on its first possession. A Tim Couch touchdown to Kevin Johnson, leading in a surprise. Carolina at St. Louis. Warner hot again. He's thrown 2 touchdowns for the Rams. The Saints scored twice, both on the ground. Quarterback Billy Joe Tolliver. They're on to the third quarter down in New Orleans, and the Saints are on top. Bears, big performance. Jim Miller, their third-string quarterback, had to start today. 240 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. Redskins, 2 more touchdowns on the board by Stephen Davis, the league leader, with now 14 touchdowns on the season. Donovan McNabb's first start has been totally ineffective. And we'll continue here with the NFL on CBS in just a moment.
The city that never sleeps is in for the shock of its life. CBS presents an earth-shattering mini-series event.
Nobody know it hit.
Help! Can somebody hear me? Go back to building!
If you've never experienced an earthquake,
Help us! There's people down here!
move it! Run! Tonight, you will.
Washington just declared us a federal disaster.
You gotta get me out of here, Daddy.
Any second now, any second.
Brace yourself. For Aftershock. Tonight on CBS.
CBS Monday on Family Law. A basketball superstar is slapped with a paternity suit.
The woman set me up.
But this case is going to take a turn you won't believe.
You gotta be kidding.
This isn't about stealing the ball back. This is a child we're talking about.
An all-new episode of Family Law, CBS Monday.
Son, I want you to remember that loyalty is what really matters. Come on, Jets.
Oh, yeah! Gary's pants off!
Howdy, partner.
Let's go, Cowboys! Jets!
Yeah, go Jets. Loyalty.
Huh? What'd I tell you?
CBS Sports presentation of the NASDAQ Halftime Report is sponsored by the NASDAQ Stock Market.
All right, welcome back to our New York studios, the NASDAQ Halftime Report. Coming up next here on CBS, right after football, final round coverage of the Franklin-Templeton Shark Shootout. Bill McAtee is in Thousand Oaks, California, to set the stage.
Thank you, Jim. Another magnificent day in Southern California. Later today, we'll have the final round of the Franklin-Templeton Shark Shootout. The story so far this week has been the play of Fred Couples and David Duvall. And here's Freddie at the first hole after a 320-yard drive. And they went on to make birdie to get the team to 22 under. The format in the final round is a scramble. Meanwhile, Peter Jacobson and John Cook, runners-up a year ago, here they are for eagle at the second hole. The putt by Jacobson falls, and that moves Jacobson and Cook into second place at 17 under. Now, Couples and Duvall at the second hole, and here's David Duvall's try for eagle.
Fred Couples had already missed his, but they went on to make birdie to get it to 23 under. So, Jim, no salary caps to worry about out here. Just a great-looking shootout shaping up at Sherwood. Let's go back to Jim Nance and the guys at NFL Today.
And we're looking forward to that after football indeed. Fred Couples trying to win, in fact, for the third time with a third different partner, having won before with Raymond Floyd and also with Brad Faxon, now with David Duval. That salary cap, they're talking for you.
That salary cap, you know, Couples don't have to worry about that. That tempo. Tempo's just like mine.
Sweet. Oh, yeah.
Sweet.
Really reminds me a lot of your swing.
None of it.
Just like it. Okay. Shark shootout later today here on CBS. And the NFL on CBS will continue in just a moment.
It's the 10th Annual Amazing Toy Test, Monday on The Early Show with Bryant Gumbel and Jane Clayson.
How did UPS become the official express delivery sponsor of the NFL? Well, let's just say they put us through a very challenging drill. For the earliest next-day delivery, count on the same people the NFL does. UPS.
Come on, Johnson. Throw it, baby. Throw it. Okay, you see him? Look at number 44. He's open. Come on, Johnson. Come on. Come on, Johnson. He's wide open. He's right there for you, baby. Pass left. Pass left. Pass left, you.
With QB1, you predict the plays before they happen. Log on to QB1 and you could win a trip to the Super Bowl.
Incredible.
Hey, Michael, John here. I'm hanging out, having a beer, but you don't come down.
Man, I'm doing the same thing as you. Why don't you come over here? I mean, the Miller Lite is ice cold and so smooth.
Oh, come on, man. From where I'm sitting, the Miller Lite tastes great.
Yeah, but the women are prettier over here. Trust me on this.
I find that very hard to believe.
And you guys call yourselves detectives.
Miller Lite. Taste the true Pilsner.
You know, we're kind of off duty right now. You know.
Hi.
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 Catch the box office mega hit that will shock your senses. The Matrix on Direct Ticket. Forget everything you know. Forget everything you've seen.
What is happening to me?
All I can tell you is that you're in danger.
Because the Matrix has you. Keanu Reeves, Lawrence Fishburne.
Unfortunately, no one can be told what the Matrix is. You have to see it for yourself.
The Matrix. Catch the phenomenon on Direct Ticket, only on Direct TV.
Hi, I'm Lomas Brown with the Cleveland Browns, and you're watching NFL Sunday Ticket.
5-3 Kansas City trailing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers by a count of 10-3 with Sam Weich, Kevin Harlan. We're here at halftime. Elvis Gerbach, 5 of 7, 14 yards. Kansas City, in their 9 possessions, Sam, has been held without a first down in 7 of those 9 possessions.
Well, we said it would be a defensive battle, and it has been. The first half statistics show that. Turnovers becoming a big factor as well. 3 and 2 with Tampa Bay having 3. Kansas City 2 of the turnovers. But look at that third down conversions. Only 1 of 8 for each of those football teams. All this reflects as a defensive battle, but when you have a defensive battle, all you're doing is you're narrowing your margin of error. Anytime you make a turnover, it's a bigger turnover. A special teams difference in terms of exchange of punts becomes more important. Here's a fumble that Donnell Bennett now is going on a third down and short, late, right at the end of the first half. Fumbles the ball, picked up by Derek Brooks, and almost scores on that one. The offense was unable to put it in, but they did get 3 points out of it at the end. Trent Dilfer, though, to Dave Moore earlier in the ball game. Blown coverage by Kansas City. Jerome Woods slips a little bit as he comes in there, but Dave Moore gives him that last stiff arm for the 5 final yards. And it's a 10-3 ball game. Still a defensive battle. Both coaches can claim the next team that scores will win the ball game because it'll tie it up or maybe go ahead if they go for 2 if it's Kansas City.
Tony Dungy's Buccaneers coming off easily their most complete victory of the season last week in New Orleans. And Gunther Cunningham for the Kansas City Chiefs said he wanted to open up the offense more today, yet running the football would be their #1 priority. Play action, he thought, might be set up better, but we've only seen 14 passing yards out of Gerbach this afternoon.
And you know, in practice, all we heard when we talked to the team was how accurate he'd been. That he went one day in practice this week, only had 1 incomplete pass the entire practice afternoon. Gunther Cunningham mentioned that we don't like to ever let the ball touch the ground in practice, and that's the kind of practice they've had with Elvis Gerbach. He seemed confident yesterday, but boy, their game plan of spreading it out just hasn't happened in the first half. We'll see if they adjust and spread it out, taking John Lynch out of the play, because Lynch has had another big ball game like he did last week against the Saints.
We begin the second half with Martin Grammatic's kickoff. The line drive boot into the sun on a bounce at the 6-yard line is Tamarik Vanover. Running outside, got a block from Horn, and then brought down at the 20-yard line by Brian Kelly. And a fumble on the play. But did they blow it dead? They did. It is Kansas City's ball. Kansas City coming into today had lost just 2 fumbles all season. But that has not been the case this afternoon. Gerbach lost one, and Bennett lost one, as we just showed it.
They protect the football. They take it away on defense. That's why they lead. They're coming into today. They led the league with plus 14 in that turnover takeaway ratio.
Gerbach has not thrown an interception in 3 weeks from the 22, 1st and 10.
He's that 8-man front again.
It's Sheehy shifting gears and finding perhaps 2 yards, maybe 3 on the play up to the 25. Tackled by 4-time Pro Bowler Hardy Nickerson. He was a free agent signee when you were here as the coach.
Yeah, we tried to get him 2 years in a row. First year I got here from Pittsburgh, the Steelers weren't able to pull it off. They signed him again for 1 more year, and we tried again. And thanks to Rich McKay and Jerry Angelo in the group, we signed him, and he's been a stalwart for him. He, I think, was one of the kingpins. He kind of set the tone for the rest of the defense that's been built, and Tony Dungy's built here in the last 3 years.
Second down, 7 from the 25. Play action by Gerbach. Here comes Ahanotu. He's got Gerbach, and he has to throw it away. Chidi Ahanotu, who missed most of last year at the shoulder. Gerbach is slow to get up. Ahanotu with a spectacular play.
Chidi Ahanotu is relentless, as is that entire defensive line of Culpepper. Here comes Ahanotu coming up to shoot. Watch the little slap and spin right there. He's all of a sudden by Victor Riley. Now it's a foot race. Ahanotu looks like he may have fallen on the ankle there of Elvis Gerbach as he came down. Elvis looks okay now, though.
Gerbach was forced out last week.
Oh, he did get the ankle, too.
3rd down and 7 from the 25. Sheehy in the backfield now comes in motion. Is Derek Alexander. Good block by Sheehy, and the pass is incomplete. Kansas City's got a punt again. They have had now 6 3-and-outs today.
That was what's called a hot throw or a quick throw to Derek Alexander. Blitz pressure. You got somebody that's supposed to look quickly as an outlet throw. Derek Alexander was not looking. Elvis Gerbach had to throw it, and that one did touch the ground.
Buccaneer defense came in today, number 5. Kansas City's number 11. Low snap to Pope. Good block by Tongue, affording Pope time to punt. Jacquez Green back at the 26. He's chased and brought down by Ron George, reserve linebacker, the ex-Falcon and the ex-Minnesota Viking. And because of his hustle, it was a loss of 3 on the return after the 49-yard punt. There's a timeout, and the Buccaneers lead by a touchdown.
Been thinking about a ski trip?
Okay, kids, run and get it.
Call Southwest. We've got low fares to over 22 exciting ski resorts.
Come on, Dad.
Ski free next season. Use your Visa card to purchase travel on Southwest Airlines, and you'll be automatically registered to win free ski vacations for you and a companion, including $5,000 of Visa Travelers checks to be used toward lift tickets. Get the details online at www.southwest.com.
You are now free to move about the country.
This is your new business. And this is your new car. The new Volvo V40. Now get back to work. Every bit of Volvo for about $24,000.
The dog came to the group from its prison. Where the hell are you going?
Face the world.
End of Days. Rated R. The end is coming November 24th.
This is my daddy. He's a Gemini man. He fixes cars. He can fix anything. People like my dad. He says it's because they trust him.
Gemini Automotive Care, only where you see this sign.
When a hot waitress hits on Doug, it's the ego trip of a lifetime.
Hey, I'm a delicious piece of man meat. You're just going to have to learn to deal with it.
An all-new King of Queens, CBS Monday.
With Sam White, Kevin Harlan, Tampa, Florida. 85 degrees today, not a cloud in the sky. Buccaneers begin it from their 22, first and 10. Hand off to Allstott, wrapped up and brought down beautifully by Marcus Patton. He left the Redskins before that, played on those 4 Super Bowl teams with the Buffalo Bills. No gain on the play.
It's penetration by the Kansas City defense. They're getting across the line before the ball carrier actually gets to the blocking patterns of the offensive lineman. Patton is coming right. Here he comes now. He's going to shoot that gap right there. Here he comes up. The ball's handed off. He's on the other side of the ball. He's in the offensive backfield. No way you can block him. You're leaving that backside open.
Look at that rushing today. Second down and 12 from the 20. Play action by Dilfer. Good block by Middleton. Good block by Gruber. And the pass is caught at the 30-yard line by Reedell Anthony. It's a gain of 10, tackled by Hasty. Reedell Anthony was the go-to receiver a year ago, but he's been dropping passes this year, and Green has taken over that role.
Watch him freeze the defender right here and then break inside. James Hasty, see him come outside, and then he breaks back hard to the inside. That little pause, it was just like I'm going to stop here, and then I'm going to go again. Nice pattern.
Well, you can think of the hesitation in the mind of any defensive back going up against that kind of move.
Well, you settle down. Your arms kind of drop, your knees kind of settle in, and then you got to get going again.
Third down and 2. The tight end Moore is in motion from the 30. They got to get to the 32. Here comes Dunn in motion out of the backfield. Quick drop, quick throw, almost picked off. It looked like Green lassoed it. He did. He gains 4 on 3rd and 2, and he has a first down up to the 34-yard line.
Green's going to make the quick slant. The reason they're shifting the tight ends to help him read the coverage. But watch right here, Dishman. He thinks he's got this ball. Watch him close quickly. Look for the little slant in and then up. Within the next 2 or 3 series, they're going to try to bait Dishman back inside. He's closing a little too quick.
Dishman played it well. First and 10 from the 34. Changing the play.
Audibling. Looks like he's audibling to a run.
Heap and Allstott in the backfield. Allstott around the block of George Diaz. And he is up to the 40-yard line with the robust run of 6. Hicks and Woods make the tackle. Second down and 4.
Trent Dilfer told us yesterday he does a lot more audibling at home. Doesn't feel very good about the audibles on the road because of the crowd noise. If one guy doesn't get the play, you've got a poor play. So he does a lot more of it at home. Generally, when you audible, everybody knows what you're going to go to. When they come up, they practiced all week. When we call this play against that defense, we're going to change it to a specific play.
Second down and 4 from the 40. Buccaneers lead by a touchdown. Play action. He swings a pass for another first down. It's caught by Jaquez Green. He's up to the 47. He picks up 7 yards. He works again on Chris Dishman on the wing. And the Buccaneers continue to move the chains.
Look at this chess game. This time Dishman lays off. He probably said to himself, you know, these guys are going to probably go by me now. I was a little bit too tight on that last coverage. He played the game of chess with him, and he, I suppose, wins. They complete the pass, but they didn't get by him.
Dishman has played 12 years. This kid's played 2 in the NFL.
Dishman's looking through. He's reading what's happening out there and remembering a lot of things that's happened to him over the years as well.
Changing again.
Changing the play. The shift is helping him decide or read the coverage before the snap.
On the 47, first and 10. Here comes Dunn. There's a block by Allstott. And slashing up to the 49-yard line. And a gain of 3 is done. Tackle made by Donnie Edwards.
Trent Dilfer's looking over the sideline, and he's giving him the motion. Run the ball. Run the ball. We can pound away at him. What he's telling them is that I'm out here on the field. I've got a feeling for the game. I know you're looking at it upstairs, but I really got a good feeling. And right now, in that huddle, he's sensitive. He's looking in the guy's eyes. He can see that they want to run the ball, too.
And so much, Sam, is rhythm.
Yeah, it is. And everybody has to be in the same rhythm for plays to work. Everything starts with one instant, the snap of the ball.
Second down and 8 from the 49. Good block by Gruber. He's got a receiver. It's done in a spectacular defensive play by linebacker Donnie Edwards, who may have deflected it with his fingertip. If he did, it was a spectacular defensive play.
Ball's going to come right at you. This is what it looks like on the receiving end. Trent Dilfer now is going to lay the ball up. This is another one of those little keep the ball in the air long enough to let the receiver run at it. Let's see if there's a touch. Just a tick.
Just enough.
Change the rotation of the ball.
Pretty play. Because the linebacker going up against Dunn, that is tough. Full throttle.
Look at Trent. He knows he almost had a big one right there.
They play the Buccaneer drive. 3rd down and 8 from their own 49, leading by 7. Shotgun snap. Pretty good time. Throws as he is hit. It's caught. It's Green getting away from Warfield, then lassoed by Woods. Jacquez Green with a great sideline move. I don't know how Dilfer rifled it out of there. They pick up 23 yards.
That is big-time football right there. Now watch Jacquez Green along the sideline. His burst is what gets him open. He's going up against Eric Warfield. See him burst. He looks like he's going deep, then quickly back, going up for the ball, a little high on the throw. Dilfer's being hit right at this point and stays in bounds. Now watch Dilfer get the shot. When you're standing straight up and you start moving that fast the other way without any help from yourself, you feel it.
From the Kansas City 29, 1st and 10. Here comes Dunn, brought down by Hasty from behind, and Derek Thomas at the Kansas City 22. It's a gain of 7 on 1st down.
You know, that last 3rd down, that's how close the game is. It is a game of inches and milliseconds. Had they gotten there an instant sooner and got the hit on Dilfer, that pass is not completed. They're punting the ball right now. Instead, Tampa Bay has the momentum, and they're back into their rhythm of run and pass.
Much to the chagrin of Gunther Cunningham.
Coaching isn't all fun, you know.
Yeah. 10th play of the drive. 2nd down and 3 from the 22.
There's the shift. After the tight end shifts is when he can read the coverage, and then he audibles.
And off to Dunn, and he snakes his way free for a gain of 5 to the 17-yard line, tackled by Marcus Patton. And what you're seeing now is a Buccaneer offense orchestrated by Coach Tony Dungy that has a much better feel for the game plan in this 3rd quarter.
And I think Trent Dilfer has a better feel for it. He is directing the traffic at the line of scrimmage. It's very difficult to make a good call. Watch his reaction. He knows he got him in the right play. It's tough to make a good call from the sideline. It's easier to make a good play after the snap.
Chiefs 17, 1st and 10, dancing his way inside the 5th. There's a fumble, and it's coughed up by Allstott. Recovered by Patton, who recovered one inside the 5-yard line of the Colts last week. It's the 4th turnover by the Buccaneers. It's the 2nd fumble by Allstott. And Kansas City's defense with a great play. Allstott fumbling his 2nd. The 2nd Tampa Bay turnover in the red zone today. Oh, what a mistake. The Chiefs are alive.
Myth is the past we cannot escape.
The heads are gone, taken by the headless horseman.
Mystery is the omen we cannot face.
Some say it is the witch of the Western Woods who has made a pact with Lucifer.
Madness.
Who's there?
Is the terror we cannot stop. Sleepy Hollow. Rated R. This Friday.
If you end up using anything but AC Delco parts in your car, who knows where you'll end up? AC Delco. If you're not asking for it, you're asking for it.
No matter what kind of car or truck that comes into my shop, there's one brand of automotive parts I can depend on. AC Delco. If you're not asking for it, you're asking for it.
The good thing about hurricanes is you can usually see them coming, so we can get there ahead of time. Tornadoes, earthquakes, you don't know about until they've happened. The idea is the more of us at the scene, the quicker we can take care of our customers. When I first took this assignment, I thought I'd do it for a year. That was, 10 years ago? You're in good hands with Allstate. Mine.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines, proud sponsor of the NFL and official airline of the Super Bowl. Paramount Pictures' Sleepy Hollow starts Friday, November 19th at theaters everywhere, rated R, and by AC Delco.
Tampa Bay fumbles as they're moving it well. Mike Allstott fumbling for the 2nd time today. So the Chiefs from the 12, 1st down and 10. The fake and the Gerbach throw. It's caught, thrown in back of receiver Kevin Lockett, the most prolific receiver in K-State history. Picks up 12 on first down. It's 1st and 10. Lockett with a nice reception last week, too.
Kansas City practices stripping the ball. All start off the right side. Watch Reggie Tongue right there. Strip it. See him pull the ball just straight out of Allstott in. That's the second one for Mike Allstott today.
Tongue has forced 2 fumbles today, and the Chiefs picking up their first down since 8 minutes to play in the first quarter. Play action by Gerbach, being chased by Singleton, being chased by Nickerson, throws down the sideline, and he one-hops the wide receiver, Joe Horn. Incomplete pass, 2nd down and 10.
Elvis Gerbach has done that a lot in the last couple of weeks, making the fake and getting flushed to his right, and then trying to find somebody down the field. That time it was Joe Horn trying to come back to the ball. When you're play action, your offensive linemen have double duty. They've got to keep their shoulders low and make it look like a run, and then they've got to be able to stay on balance enough to protect for the pass. And if you give an inch away, you're going to flush the quarterback.
2nd down and 10 near the 25. Gerbach to the air. Good block by Parker. The pass is caught by Tony Gonzalez, the tight end, as he carries a defender on his back. He's up near the 33-yard line. Robinson and Kelly make the stop, and it's a gain of about 8 yards on the play, which brings up, we'll say, 3rd down and 2.
From a former coach's standpoint, I'd be getting the ball to Tony Gonzalez. I'd be getting the ball to Derek Alexander. Gonzalez is a big target. They haven't gone to him much today, and they can move him around. He doesn't have to play just tight end. They can move him out like a wide receiver and throw in the ball.
3rd and 2 from the Chiefs, 32. Handoff to Bennett. Good block by Richardson. What a stick in the middle by Derek Brooks. He plugged the gap. Brooks may have stopped him, and indeed he did. Kansas City has got a punt again.
Fundamentally sound defense. Derek Brooks' technique right here is absolutely letter perfect. He's going to be coming from the right side, and the ball's going to go off the left here. Derek Brooks is going to come up. He's filling that one gap. But watch the shoulder pad technique right there, and then up through. You see him up through the tackler, or the ball carrier, as he makes the tackle. He actually did that on one knee. He was already kind of blocked a little bit, and then recovered and stayed on balance enough.
He's played in back-to-back Pro Bowls, one of the best in the NFL, and here's Danny Pope to punt once again. A so-so day for the rookie free agent. Jack Wes Green back at the 25 for Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay is wearing down the Kansas City defense. They're not giving them much chance to rest.
The punt is a beauty by Pope, driving Green back to his 14-yard line. He was second last year in NFL punt returns, and he is wrestled down and put down by Tony Richardson. 54-yard punt, 13-yard return. Buccaneers somehow still holding on.
If you're calling your village, collect calls with 1-800-CALL. AT&T can save you big bucks. It's the same low bid every minute, everywhere. So we meet again, my twin brother.
1-800-CALL ATT presents The Dialing Dragon.
1-800-CALL-ATT. You have saved big bucks, my son. The student has become the teacher. Is it me, guys? Or do we really look ridiculous?
Man, for free Bud Light, I'm doing 70s night.
Right on, brother.
Shut the door! You're letting in a draft!
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
United Way makes sure your contributions help people in your own community. The NFL, United Way, and you. The power of teamwork.
You are watching CBS Sports, showcasing college football's top teams.
Unbelievably, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have turned it over 4 times today, an interception and 3 fumbles, 2 by Mike Allstott. Yet they lead the Chiefs 10-3 late in the third quarter from Tampa. Kevin Harlan and Sam Weiss from the 27, 1st and 10. Here comes Dunn, wheeling his way up to the 32-yard line. Picking up, let's say, 4 yards on the play. Setting up 2nd down and 6. Let's go to Jim Nance in New York.
All right, Kevin, one more time, Manning and Marvin Harrison. They beat Felipe Sparks. What a catch. Harrison's 11th touchdown of the season, and the Colts go up 8 on the Giants' third quarter. Back to Kevin and Sam.
Thank you, Jim. Peyton Manning has thrown a touchdown pass now in 22 consecutive games. 2nd down and 5 from the 31. Dunn in the backfield by himself and against the call. Blocked by Middleton, cutting outside, and he swivels his way up to the 42. It's a 1st down run, a gain of 9. Reggie Tongue makes the tackle.
That time the run starts to the right. It's clear there, gets washed down, and then that's when Warwick Dunn's big play ability comes in. Didn't try to make the big play. It just happened for him.
Dunn leads the team in receptions as Allstott fumbling twice. Watchers from the side. It is a 1st down to the Buccaneer 41. Riedel Anthony is on the move. Green at the bottom of your screen. The fake to Dunn, buying time. He's got a receiver deep. He's got the receiver, Anthony, incomplete at about the Kansas City 16. Coverage by Dishman and Woods. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Next Sunday, the NFL on CBS rolls out some hot divisional action. In one matchup, Sam and I will be in Kansas City. It's the Seahawks in first place tonight, playing Denver against these Chiefs. And then the late game, Baltimore at Cincinnati, all beginning with Jim, Craig, Randy, and Jerry on the NFL Today. All next week, all right here on CBS.
Seattle leading Kansas City as they come into today's play by 1 game in the AFC West.
2nd down and 10. High snap. It's caught on the play by Green, who is weaving his way to the 47. Picks up a nice chunk of 6 yards. Tackle made by Tongue again.
This is like a screen, but rather than throwing a screen from the back in the backfield, the receiver's going to come from over here. Now he's just going to step back. See him come back? The other 2 guys are blockers. They are never, it's number 40 is Allstott, number 82 is Patrick Haight. Both of them are blocking people in that particular pattern. They never look back for the ball. Just trying to get the run after the catch.
Buccaneers trying to throw downfield more as this game goes on.
Yep, and all after play action too. The deep throws that come on play action plays.
3rd down and 4 from the 48. There's some play action, deep pass. He has the receiver. It's caught in mid-stride. Green, touchdown Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay kept working on this, and finally, here's Jacques Green working against Eric Warfield. It's about the 3rd time they've tried this. This time it's letter perfect, beautiful throw. The play action is designed just to hold the inside people a little bit and maybe to freeze people outside, but that was just a pure pitch and catch.
Dramatic of the extra point for the Buccaneers. A 52-yard touchdown pass to 2nd-year wide receiver Jacques Green. It is the longest pass play allowed by the Chiefs defense this year. It's all Tampa Bay, 17-3.
This is Propecia, a pill that might interest you. Talk to your doctor and call 1-888-5-MERC-9 to see if you're eligible for a $10 rebate certificate. Propecia. There's no reason to wait.
Give me soybeans. Yeah. Scroll up. Buy it. Buy. Next page. Close that. All right. Beautiful. Sell it. All right. Highlight 4. Scroll up. Up.
The voice-activated wearable computer.
Buy it. Yeah, baby.
It may be far out,
Hi, Donna. Oh, yeah, the meeting was fine.
but it's not far off.
I'll be on the afternoon flight.
great day in the morning. What once was lost now is found.
I thought these were extinct.
That's what they said about the coelacanth.
A full-size bear, just one of over 40 features now standard on the new Jetta.
It's a prehistoric fish. Disappeared over 10,000 years ago, and they caught one off the coast of Madagascar. Coelacanth.
Enterprise? You rented our car from Enterprise?
Yeah.
Why Enterprise?
Because they pick us up.
Free.
A free pickup? Wow. They ought to be number one.
They are number one.
Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up. Franny is being abused by her husband, who just so happens to be a police officer.
What are you gonna do, Franny? Call the cops.
Black and Blue, CBS Wednesday.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Propecia. Talk to your doctor today. And by IBM. Are you ready for eBay?